Afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our HCL and Primaxis webinar on unleashing the power of total experience, which with HCL software. So it's fabulous to have the HCL software guys here, and we've got Miguel Jordan from Primaxis, Simat, and a few others which are joining us. So we're really excited to have you here. So I'm Karen Hooper from Primaxis. We've got Subhajit, who is our technical advisor from HCL Software, and we will now call the Total Experience TX because it's a lot easier to say. And we have Gautam here who is head of sales from ANZ, and he'll be able to answer a lot of questions as well. So we've got a really, really great team of people here to help us with our webinar today. So we'll go through the next slide, which talks about the table of just what we're going to be going through. So we'll just introduce ourselves, then HCL guys will introduce themselves. We'll go through the product portfolio. What is total experience, which is a key element of this webinar. We'll do a deep dive and then some case studies. And the case studies are really, really cool. So really worth staying there. And security and data, and just to recap. And as I said, that's where we have a Q&A. But if as I said, if it makes sense to answer the question during the webinar, we'll do that then. So about Primaxis, we're a older company. I would love to say, I tell everybody I started when I was 12, but that's not quite true. But we have been established since 1995. Recognised as an industry leader. Obviously, we come from the IBM background and moved over, and we were actually the first HCL partner in APAC regions. So that was pretty cool. We've won some Beacon Awards, look, we actually were looking at the awards the other day going, oh, look at that, we've got awards. We've got a broad industry reach, pharmaceutical, manufacturing, government, so sort of been everywhere. We have a deep expertise in the HCL solutions, and also we would like to consider ourselves as trusted advisors. So that's us at Primaxis, and we're here and we're partnering with HCL to do this webinar, and we're partnering with them on this journey with Total Experience, or TX. We're going to hand over now to Gautam, and hopefully you will be able to now enjoy this webinar to its full extent. I'll turn off my camera.
Thank you, Karen. I hope I'm audible. This is Gautam from HCL Software, and today what we're going to talk about is an exciting journey that we have started off. So what you can see today is, well, firstly, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on where you've joined us from. So we've grown significantly over the past few years, and you can count that in many metrics, right? Metrics of people, metrics of number of offices, number of analyst recognitions across the globe. There could be various ways of counting. But most important compass is that we have acquired technologies that we are solving customer challenges, and that aligns to the market trends, that aligns to some of the real world problems that we can solve from those technologies. And that is the almost perfect way of saying that we are truly global. For any single challenge that you will find in any country, the chances of us knowing how to solve that challenge from a previous experience, whether it is from a portfolio that we've acquired from IBM or from a solution that we've developed over the last few years, there are chances that mostly 99% of the time we will have a solution to that problem or to that challenge. And the next slide will probably speak for itself as well. Thank you. So we are global, but when we are equally local, right? So we are as global as we are equally local. And the team on the call over here itself are all present in Australia. As I said, I'm based out of Brisbane. Subhajit is in Brisbane as well. Simant is in Sydney, and Primaxis team are across Australia. So we look at our presence being very important, But at the same time, our presence speaks across the industry for itself. We look at how the next slide will probably talk about some of our customers across the various industries. Customer base is very important, and we've just tried to kind of squeeze in a few of the customers in those industries. There are a lot more that we could bring out, and we would love to. And a few of probably the customers are even joining us today in this call. So a big high five to you, and thank you for your support. And so what we've done over the last few years is our experience in these industries. We've helped solve these significant challenges and opportunities, and that is the proof of all of that, right? So when we look at the industry, we look at banking, government, and travel and technology. The amount of time we've and the amount of interactions we've had with customers are incredible, and we've just grown and developed over the years. And again, manufacturing, retail, and all of that. So probably the next slide will talk about how we break down our HCL software world and how we look at the solutions across the different portfolios. So what you can see is across 6 pillars is our HCL software is usually broken up in. And these 6 pillars are just the direction in which the customers and the markets run and operate themselves. They're not probably we got this out of a few of our conversations when we talk to most of the CXOs. They look at understanding the business. There are a lot of times we come across conversations where they realize that, oh, this comes out of business and industry applications. And sometimes they're talking about promoting and selling their products. In another part of the business, they talk about how they expose themselves, how they will manage themselves internally, and how they develop the applications. Customer experience is one of the strongest hooks that a lot of CXOs talk about in today's world, and that is total experience, and that forms our most of our and what Gartner's niche also identifies total experience as, and that's some of our core focus today. Data and analytics doesn't need introduction. AI and intelligent operations, of course, doesn't need any introduction. Cybersecurity, who doesn't need it today? Everyone needs it. We've got it all too. So just talks about what we've done and what we do and how we look at the overall business landscape across Australia, New Zealand, and globally. So you look at a large global firm bringing its global intelligence together to solve local problems and giving that a global touch. So that gives a lot of value in the entire solutioning. Our next slide probably talks about a bit more of commitment and dedication to the industry and how we meet the standards specified by these analysts globally. So as people say, the proof of the pudding is in having it. So this is probably what we would call, and this is continuously changing, right? So we're continuously moving on to the right side of the magic quadrant. We're constantly getting our products and solutions listed into different analysts board, meeting better standards. So the portfolio is constantly evolving, and the solutions that we bring out to the industry is constantly changing because that's the world we are living in. I think with that, probably I will let Subhajit take over and walk us through what total experience is all about and where does this term come from and what does total experience mean to the world outside. So over to you, Subhajit.
Good morning, everybody. Not a good timing. I'm a bit under the weather, but hopefully we'll be able to get through this. And I might go off camera in between just to not show something that you don't need to show. Gautam, thank you. Karen, thank you. And we will start with the basic definition of what is total experience in today's economy, right? So we will start with what is total experience, right? And it is a buzzword now in the experience economy. As per Gartner, total experience refers to the organization's ability to treat all experiences, whether it's customer experience, employee experience, user experience, or multi-experience, as interconnected and interdependent, rather than having siloed strategy, right? But traditionally, organizations have been focusing on customer experience, But in the post-pandemic recovery, we have seen time and again that employee experience is also crucial to delivering a positive customer experience. For customers, partners, employees to effectively consume the experiences personalized for them, we need to provide a modern user experience, which is incomplete without a multi-experience strategy to span across various touch points and devices. Let me take a very simple example. We were talking recently to a bank, and there is a customer who is having trouble on uploading his documents for his credit card application. He decides to put a contact me form, fill it up, which goes to the call center or the branch. They will call the customer back to schedule an appointment with the branch, right? The customer goes in, he meets the person in the branch, and the branch banking application that they have, it's a monolithic application which only runs on desktop web. So the person greeting the customer in the branch has no clue at that point. They have to go to the workstation, find out who the customer is, validating identity, and then talk about how they can help them. Also, what happened is the customer the previous night has searched for some home loan applications on the bank's website, right? But the branch banking application that is referred by the branch member at that point does not have that real-time information in that screen that he's looking at, right? So what we are missing out here is we are missing out on uh, taking the customers to a more streamlined journey. We are as an employee of the branch also, I'm not equipped to serve the customer, that saying that I already know why you're here for. I already have your appointment. I already know that you are also looking at home loan applications. How do I help you with that, right? Now, this is a problem not only for banks, but we are talking to lots of organizations across the globe. In general, this is the problem. The experiences are different. The journeys are completely inconsistent, right? So in ideal world, we would talk about having the customer be able to book an appointment directly by finding out what's the nearest branch. And that appointment should reflect in the branch banking application for the branch staff member. And that application should not be just a desktop native application, should be available in a tablet that can be in the branch member's hand. And they can, as the customer is coming in, they would be able to address the customer's challenges and help them further, right? They also will have in their screen next best actions, that we are seeing that the customer is looking for home loan applications. Let's talk to them about their needs of a possible home loan application, right? Or home loan needs. That's what we are talking about in making this a total experience, by enabling the employees, by enabling everybody to serve our customers better, right? And multi-experience strategy walks in the center of all these. So what are the challenges that the organizations are facing? Gartner estimated that by 2024, organizations who are providing total experience will outperform competitors by 25% in satisfaction metrics for both customer experience and employee experience. What's happening with the organizations here is that delivering consistent user experiences across different devices and customer interactions is difficult when we are using multiple separate technology systems. Business and technology teams are usually in charge of managing these experiences, but they often end up fragmented and inconsistent offerings because they work in isolation. These fragmented approach leads to higher costs because the different systems needs to be integrated and maintained. Additionally, business and technology teams spend a lot of time maintaining their platforms, which leads to slow adoption and innovation. More companies are using total experience approach to attract customers and support employees in the post-pandemic economy. However, there is a lack of a single platform or a vendor that can deliver everything that you need. That's where we come in from HCL Software, right? Our approach is very simple, very flexible. We are providing multi-channel, multi-device capabilities. Single source code, but you can choose your target systems: native mobile, responsive web apps, native desktop. We are giving app dev capabilities for both citizen developers and professional developers without compromising on security. And how do we manage, or how do we ensure security is taken care of? By making sure that we have a solid backend system which has enterprise grade API management capabilities, which acts as a backbone to all the data going through the experience layer, enabling the citizen developers or the professional developers or business user to work without compromising security. We are also enabling the customers to optimize the experience for the end users through personalization, profiling, and all of that, right? None of these experiences are complete with proper content. We have dedicated content management systems and digital asset manager modules, which helps you centralize your contents, your assets across multiple channels. And you can also use it as headless. We provide digital foundation capabilities in the forms of reusable components, reusable applications. And also, as you start using the platform, you see the benefit of reusability right from your screen one, right from your second app, and so on and so forth. Last but not the least, we are cloud native. We give you the choice of your because it's your data, so you have the choice on your deployment strategy, right? You can have it on cloud, you can have it on prem as well. Let's do a bit deep dive on this and see where all these technology component fit in at a very high level. So we are working with organizations around the world to build upon their existing foundations and use our total experience platform to enhance their existing IT investment, but also gain new value from a connected experience by integrating with their SaaS or enterprise solutions. Let's look at this diagram from left to right. Okay, first up is data integration. We can help you unlock value faster using a dedicated no limit data integration layer, which helps expose your existing legacy or modern backend as microservices. I'll talk more about it shortly. Next up is enrichment of the data, right? So we enrich your data by using robust tools and features for creating, managing, and delivering personalized, engaging digital content with enhanced productivity and collaboration. Add business rule, workflow capabilities, data processing logic, or use our customer data platform or behavioral insights module to analyze your data, right? You can also complement that with rich content to create a superior experience. Now, you got all these data enriched. How do you present it to your end customers, right? So we provide both no-code and low-code options, as I mentioned earlier, to quickly develop business applications that are available via any touch point. We primarily use JavaScript and Java, giving you access to abundance of resources in the market. We also have dedicated development tools for citizen developers who do not have coding skills. The outcome in the end is that all audiences, internal or external, are presented with meaningful interfaces that help them get things done quicker. They are no longer presented with irrelevant content, right? Now let's look at the different building blocks of our total experience offering. Our total experience offerings are modular and flexible so that you can build it your way. There are core capabilities of the total experience platform, which you can opt in, whereas the other modules can be your existing or future system, HCL or non-HCL. Example, our multi-experience app dev capability, that is Volt MX, powered by the API integration and orchestration, can seamlessly integrate with Domino backend and create beautiful apps with all the bells and whistles of a modern app. It can then also leverage HCL DX's content management system or your choice of CMS like Drupal to create a content or media rich application riding on the data from your Salesforce or SAP backend, right? This allows you to take better advantage of your existing resources without the need to rip and replace, and also adopt a design which is open to easy extension in future. Let's circle back on data integration. How we integrate with your data directly impacts security, app performance, and time to market. That's why we have a dedicated low-code, no-code middleware for API management and orchestration at the core of our Total Experience platform, which serves professional and citizen developers, content creators, portal developers, increasing reusability, consistency, and enhancing security. With 300 plus data connectors, you can integrate with any backend system. Your choice of databases, content management systems, Salesforce, SAPs of the world, connect to third-party process automation or document management systems, etc. You can also develop apps with offline capabilities, including automatic conflict resolution, data storage encryption. For your business workflow needs, we have a BPMN2 compatible visual workflow editor and inbuilt business rules engine. Now, if you have APIs, you would also require API performance reports, monitoring and alerts, right? And we have got that covered for you as well. So we have out of the box analytics dashboard, which covers usage and statistics of the APIs, number of apps, usage coming from different geolocations, which are available as, and this is also available as an app. So that can be used by executives or somebody who doesn't need to see the complete API management console, can only look at reports, right? You can also create API health checks and create notifications to monitor your production performance. With that, let's explore how a total experience platform can empower IT business departments, practitioners, and consumers to build an impactful customer, employee, and user experience. We built this demo solution for Government of Barbados. Beautiful island, if you have been there. And we also won the deal, by the way. We are working currently with them to build the actual application. What we have done with this demo is that we have delivered a single unified experience. We have delivered tailored experience, which is contextual, personalized, with engaging content. We have delivered applications in this demo, which can be transformed with rapid application development tools. Deliver a consistent user experience across multiple touchpoints, multiple platforms. So not just web. We're talking about responsive web. We're talking about true native applications for mobile and tablets. And support multiple layers of reusability, not just in the front micro front ends, also the microservices, which these can be used across applications and across different applications in your organizations. So let's look at the web application first. Now, as you can see, this is hosted primarily with HCL DX, where all these contents and everything's managed by a business user, right? They can use the CMS and data digital asset manager capabilities, create content, update content. Beautifully created website. You can also have this form where you can provide feedback. Now we're logging in as Mandy as a citizen, and she can see the notifications. She can mark those as read, and she can also see her profile information, payment and history. She can access those as well. Going to the services tab, she can see all the different services, search for it. But also, because I'm logged in, I have a choice of selecting my favorites from here. So I'll select the fishing one here, and then it appears for the user, right? Now, going into the driving license renewal application, this particular screen that you're looking at, this is actually a professional developer developing this application and hosted in DX, right? So this is how we are starting to combine the powers of citizen developers, professional developers, business users working together. So going through the usual flow, select the renewal periods. You can see the you can select the pickup or delivery options, payment methods. Once you finish up, it will generate the PDF. Very simple PDF generation process, and then that's on the license renewal applications. One of the things which I would highlight here is I'll probably wait for this to finish and go to the next one. Yeah, so looking at the next set of services, we go back, passport renewal, you will see similar content manage page by business user. Coming back to renewing your passport, again, this is a application developed by professional developers using our professional coding platforms. Informations are pre-populated based on the logged in user details. And one thing here, I'll pause it a little bit. What we have identified is in terms of reusability, there are lots of common elements, right? So we are talking about uploading the passport photo, right? We had to do the same for the driving license renewal as well. So Total Experience platform provides you the capability of creating such components as a standalone component which can be reused across every application, right? So what we have done is we have created a photo upload component which does photo validation. So it integrates with the backend AI library, and then it does photo validation, and that is used across all these applications. So I'll resume this again. And this is, you can browse and you can basically do the photo validation automatically using the component, not doing it again and again. Going to the citizen side, we can see the content that might be tailored for me. I can select whether I'm interested in education only or things like that. I can see all the different upcoming events. It can be customized based on my location, based on my profile as well as the geolocation, right? I can open up a content. I can add comments there, basically having a little bit of collaboration capability. Yeah, going through this, and keep in mind, these things are business user managed, and they can come in, they can change this. They can also go through the user's journey. We have capabilities to do session replace, right? Now, coming to the fishing license application, this is an example of a citizen developer using HCL Leap, which is dedicated for citizen development, creating this application. But this is again hosted out of HCL DX, right? And utilizing the same content. Okay, so that's the web experience. Let's move to the next set. Now, what we have done here is, I will not go through the complete part of this, but you have two experiences. One is the responsive web and also the native web side of things. Similar experience, just translated into two different channels. Native mobile application, we're using the same content, but of course you get more capabilities where you can use the device camera and things like that. You can also use biometric authentication capabilities when you're using these platforms. Okay, so and pretty much same user journey. The user will not feel disjointed or see something different in terms of experience. Okay, so with that, I'll go to the next slide. Let's talk about some more on the features of the Total Experience platform. Now, we talked about content. With our content management system, you get capabilities where you can manage all your contents in a centralized repository for all your applications, right? Which includes content authoring workflows. it improves your collaboration and speeds to market over 70%. Okay. You can track changes, you can compare and restore different versions as well. Next up is our digital asset management capabilities. So with the dedicated digital DAM capabilities, you get to support your, to get to manage your images, documents, videos at production scale. We have integrated with Google Vision. So when you upload something, it automatically creates tags for searching based on the asset uploaded. It comes with multilingual capabilities, and it provides headless capability so that you can use anywhere, right? Now, in the whole experience of applications, whether it's customer, whether it's employees, today's world is moving towards hyper personalization, right? It needs to be personalized to the user that we are targeting to, irrespective of an employee or an customer or a partner, right? So we have the capabilities where we can recognize specific user based on profile and can determine characteristics of the user based on their activities, what they have purchased before, what are the pages they have visited, and we can personalize the content accordingly and target specific applications, target specific products as well. Now, coming to our multi-experience capabilities, we have a dedicated, as I said, multi-experience development platform, which allows you to create applications with single source code, which is JavaScript based, and target multiple channels. Can be your responsive or progressive web app or true native applications for mobile, tablets, smart wearables, or native Windows and Mac OS, right? So you are able to do that. You don't need to look for resources with different skill sets, different platform knowledges. You just need basic JavaScript knowledge for anybody to start working on this platform. It comes with visual workflow and real-time preview features. So you see when you open the editor, you basically have what you see, what you get, right? So you don't need to really build the application to see how it's going to look like. It comes with seamless integration with any DevOps tools. So it's your choice. We are not restricting you to use something very specific. That way it increases and helps you with your automation capabilities. Okay. Now, we talked about all the capabilities, but it's very important to understand what the end user is going through, right? What are their pain points? So we use HCL Discover embedded with these total experience platform capabilities, where we can get deep insights into the journey or the behavior of the user, right? We can, if somebody is reporting an issue, we can actually see session replays for that user and find out where the problem is. We can see heat maps. We can run A/B testing, right? We also have advanced search capabilities, both for the business users who are looking for, let's say, contents, and also for the end user who are looking to find something across the landscape behind, right? So our cognitive search capabilities are empowering both the personas. Now, collaboration is the key to drive productivity and innovation, right? We all are aware of it, and it's essential to be part of the whole employee experience. We already talked about how employee experience is crucial for customer experience. Now, it can be as simple as comments, adding a comment to a post, but it can also be creating a blog post for communities over 100 users, right? So let's look at some of the capabilities of HCL Total Experience to drive collaboration. Here I'm logged in as Danielle from marketing team, and notices a new article about company centering culture, right? She opens the article, she reviews it, and then she's very excited about what marketing is doing with this with the organization, and she decides to leave a comment for that. Now she returns to the home page. Right. And now on the home page, she can now open the Hudderboards application to collaborate with her team members on a new conference that she will have to manage. She's creating a space here to organize tasks and activities on a project, right? She selects conference planning template and adds a team member. Then updates the name of the conference. And then she assigns an event manager role for the event. Now, what happens now is you see an automatically created cards for all the tasks based on previously created events, right? You can also see that the event manager is assigned automatically to some of these tasks, right? This will allow them to collaborate easily and deliver a effectively managed conference as well. Now, let's look at some of our capabilities within the Total Experience platform that we have developed specifically to modernize Domino applications. I understand we have audience today who are from Domino applications, who are maintaining Domino applications. So what we have here specifically is there are very specific capabilities where you use Domino adapters to connect multi-experience applications to your backend, allowing for full data services and aggregation with your backend systems. So we're not telling you to start from scratch, right? So you leverage your existing investment, but at the same time, you modernize your experience. And you can also run this in parallel, right? You can use the design import wizard, which brings your Domino forms and fields into a multi-experience apps, making them immediately actionable and greatly reducing the time and effort needed to modernize your Domino applications. We have Volt Formula, which converts existing Domino formulas and code into JavaScript, allowing you to create modern applications using your existing skills, like without requiring a complete rewrite of your code, right? Now, of course, all of these are based on JavaScript. So you are not looking for Domino specific resources. You're looking for resources widely available in the market. We are also working closely on with our product team to create set of tools which will help our Domino customer, if needed, to easily migrate data off Domino to a NoSQL database, right? Let's look at a very quick example of what we can do, right? So this is an application using a Domino backend with a list of contracts currently being managed. So what we have done here is we have used the Domino adapter to extract the data, and we have used VoltMX to create this as a modern web application. Now, there is an AI summary button you see on top right. This will take our current data set, feed it to OpenAI, and render the response to this page, right? So what you see here is a summarized table of data, charts, breakdowns of the and different status values of the contracts generated by OpenAI, right? This provides flexibility in options for viewing the data, as well as saving the developer the effort of having to create logic for generating visualization, right? So nothing. So this is where you can see the capabilities of modernize your existing data, but create more beautiful application as well. Let's look at some of the case studies quickly, and I'll start with Ministry of Interior, Qatar. They are already using our multi-experience platform. they use that to develop citizen e-services applications, but then later they procured our digital experience platform to create a more content-rich web portal, right? Now they're at a stage where they're enhancing the consistency and reusability across these two touch points for targeted for citizen and targeted for their employees, and giving a total experience, right? It's already integrated with the national identity system, which is Qatar Digital Identity, and we are integrating with the common ESB layer, and then providing the experience to different touch points. Next up is Department of Motor Vehicles in District of Columbia, and they have created a digital application. It's more for digital IDs like your driving licenses. You don't need to carry your physical IDs anymore. They can have it from the applications. They don't need to go and visit the offices. They can book an appointment if required, but they can do most of the things from the application itself, right? Next example is from public sector contracting platform in Spain. They are using our total experience platform to create a contract portal, right? So there are contracts announcements, approximately 5,000 per month. 90% of all the tenders issued by the administration is managed by this portal. And it's an on-prem deployment for them. That's an example of how it looks like. I'll quickly skip through just to save some time. Now, I wanted to bring one use case, which is more on the field services specification, right? So let's talk about this fleet management scenario. So we start with a push notification which goes to the driver, right? Or which is going to drive the vehicle on that day. And then the driver will see the history for the vehicle and starts the inspection process. He monitors some issues and he's able to put that, right? Now, based on the issues detected, it can actually go to the backend system and create a work order automatically, right? The whole idea here is to show you the art of the possible, what can be done. And all of these are possible using the Total Experience platform. Now, when the work order is created, there can be, and also an admin looking at all these, prioritizing the work orders, and seeing locations and everything, right? They can analyze the statistics and they can also prioritize that. Now, the second part of this is obviously dashboard, right? Just to have a visual on what's pending, where do we need to prioritize, things like that. The internal employee can assign that work order to a technician. Then that flows through a technician application, which can be targeted for native tablets or phones, right? Which have all the offline capabilities, and the technician can now go and resolve all the issues. They can have videos embedded for them to look at, or them to guide to resolve the problems. Okay. Once the issues are resolved, then it can be a push notification can be triggered to all the relevant stakeholders to say that the issues are resolved, right? This is a very simple use case, but as I said, this is a very common use case across field services landscape, and Total Experience can help you to deliver all of these, what I've covered from start to end. The next example is from Santander Bank. They are using HCL Digital Experience to deliver a single CMS to support all of their web services and customer facing portals. So that's again an example of having a centralized content management platform, but serving multiple applications across the organization. That's the example, some of from their websites, and also personalization, right? The content is tailored to the user. The last example I have here is from AMO, Australian Energy Market Operator. AMO had a mandate from their board to deliver a mobile application to basically take their corporate website information to public. They had 12 months to complete this, since right from the date of their website launch, right? We delivered it 6 weeks. It covers things like podcast, media releases, dashboards, like you can see here, right? The key here is faster time to market and multi experience. It was targeted for Android, iOS phones and tablets. Now, why do all these enterprises around the globe trust us? So other than our superior all-inclusive product offerings, I would call out stability and security. Gautam has already walked you through our stellar rise, HCL Software stellar rise and current performance. But I will talk about security in the next slides, right? So that's my two of the last slides, and then we'll go to question and answer. Now, customers spanning some of the most data sensitive industries like government, healthcare, financial services, security is at the core of everything we do. HCL provides data and identity protection with enterprise grade security certifications like PCI DSS, HIPAA, SOC 2, etc. With a few clicks, you can enable multi-layered security for the client application and backend services. Support for multi-factor authentication, biometric authentications are included. TXP provides built-in security features to address top 10 OS vulnerabilities, application protection as well, right? Now, of course, let's look at, the last thing here, but not the least, is your deployment options that you have with Total Experience. It's your data, so the choice is yours. Optimize your environment and operations with our cloud native capabilities. So we support container-based deployments using Kubernetes and Docker. You can deploy it anywhere, protected sovereign cloud, public hyperscaler cloud, or on-prem. It can also easily integrate with your choice of DevOps platform. I have mentioned that before, hence increases your automation and reduces your cost as well, right? So with that, I'll quickly recap and move to Q&A. We talked about how we have a holistic approach to total experience and primarily driven by our solution, which is HCL Digital Experience, VoltMX, Leap, which is for citizen development, Discover, which is for behavioral analytics, and CDP for customer data platform. All these different modules that I talked to you about today, which is part of Total Experience, over the last 10 years, we have developed approximately 11,000 plus applications for our customers. 80% integration efficiency, which is out of the box when it comes to API integration, API management, compared to traditional API integration platforms, right? Our customers have improved their customer satisfaction by 33%, reflecting in their net promoter score. And you get a significant ROI using all the reusability factors across the different layers of Total Experience, right? So with that, I will go on to Q&A. And Gautam, Karen, do we have any questions there that we can take up? Thank you, everybody, for your time.
We had a couple of questions, but we've answered that in chat. But
perfect.
Yes, so we are happy to take more questions. We are still 9 minutes away from our closing time.
So one of the things I just wanted to just double check was that if we do have any customers here that have a Domino environment, so there were two options there from what you were saying. One is the ability to migrate off, and you have the technology to assist with that, or you can continue to have Domino, but your web development is using, it'd be VoltMX. Would that be correct?
Absolutely, Karen. So using our Total Experience offering, which have things like Domino adapter, design import, Volt formula, we can keep the existing Domino backend, but then create a modern application. And good thing is they can run in parallel.
Okay, and that would take about 2 years to build?
No, absolutely not. And that's where we are different from others, because these integrations are no-code integrations. So I can expose a complete Domino screen as a REST API within a minute. And then I can create modern web screens within another 5 minutes, and then can customize it further.
Excellent. So one of the only options, and I'll just, this is all I'll talk about with Domino, was if we wanted to web enable it, we had to use either X Pages or do it natively, and it was arduous, slow, and not appealing, and not necessarily open to your young university graduates who know code probably better than cursive. But yeah, so this is a really, really very great a choice there. We've got, first of all, there's a choice, and there's a path off. So that's an important thing for those. And there's no X Pages, there's nothing like that involved. So yeah, it's really, really good technology.
Absolutely, and this came from one of our customers who said that I have developers who wants to code.
Yeah.
Right. And the answer to that was yes, VoltMX, which is part of our total experience. You can code your heart out with VoltMX, right? So absolutely, it's suitable for professional developers, and it's also suitable for citizen developers who doesn't want to code. And that's the beauty.
Awesome. So we had Bianca and Chris in regards to still trying to find out where the experience is in TX, or what. I think, can I ask Chris, even if you just respond that, does it make a little bit more sense now, or do you need it'd be good to have a chat with the guys one-on-one? If you just want to answer in the chat, that'd be great, Chris. Okay, he's having his coffee probably. So anything else that you would like to share? So we've got some customers locally in Australia, which is really cool.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. And I think I was really skipping through some of the use cases, right? And given that we have some time, I'd like to call out some of the things that the customers came to us to solve, right? So a lot of our customers came to us asking for capabilities of offline, right? There are a lot of platforms in the market, but they always don't provide true offline capabilities. They have restrictions, right? So that's one of the things that we do really well. There is another thing that we have heard customers coming to us is that, oh, my platform actually will charge me more if I want to do custom integration, or if I want to do something, I want to add more integrations. That's why we are very flexible. What we have in terms of licensing and cost is very simple model. We don't charge customers by number of APIs. We don't charge customers by how many developers they want to use, things like that. We have simple license models. You use it, and you can use all these capabilities, including professional developer, including offline capabilities, things like that.
That's excellent. Really cool.
Anything else, Gautam, you would like to add?
No, I was just thinking about it. I think it talks about the simplicity of the platform when a technical advisor talks about commercials and talks about licensing and how simplified it is, right? So it just
It's
talks
easy
about
for
for
me to
itself.
understand.
Yes, it's so
Yes.
simple that I don't need to talk about the modularity and the agility of the platform. So no, I think you've done it well. Thank you.
Yeah, you've done a great job. And I think this is a conversation that can be had with the executive team, and be aware, guys, that if you're a technical person, you have got issues with either getting off Domino or getting your different, even your HCL systems to speak to each other and to work in unity. This is a really good offering, and HCL guys and Miguel can go and speak at executive level. And then right down, we can go down, we can do technical workshops, we can take all the architects in the place that are going, but how's it all work? We can take them through it. So it is multi-level, and it's an enterprise-wide solution. So I think that is what is really important as well. And it's a different story to the story that for anyone from the IBM background, that we've only really had one story to tell for application development. This is a really great option here, and really worth digging into, especially if you're currently been given the job of finding a new development platform that you want to go to.
Absolutely. And there is one thing that I would probably like to add before we close this. And this is something we are again hearing from a lot of organizations. We talked about hyper personalization, right? And a big part to play in that is our marketing automation capabilities, which is HCL Unica, right? And also we have HCL CDP, things like that. All our recent opportunities that we're talking to the customer, we see almost like straight away fit where we talk and provide a solution along with the marketing automation, right? We go hand in hand, create a solution which is not just targeted, tailored on the profile level, but also we are able to leverage the capabilities of our marketing automation platform or our CDP platforms and take it to the next level, right? I talked about the next best action. So that's where we can add value as HCL software to you and your end customers, where we can bring in all these tools, not just take HCL Total Experience, but which seamlessly integrates with other solutions within HCL software, market HCL Unica, HCL Commerce, and give you an overarching solution for all of your problems. And also we have things like automated data orchestration capabilities, ETL capabilities, data storage capabilities. So we can give you an end-to-end solution within HCL software as a whole. That's where I would like to leave it with from my side.
Good point. And the reality is some of you already have those technologies running in your business. So this is the glue that pieces it all together with a pretty bow around it. So really, really cool technology. Now we have recorded this session and we'll have to do some edits, but we'll send that out with links to anything else that is relevant. So the recording will be sent out to you. We'll also share it up on LinkedIn, so keep an eye out for the Primaxis LinkedIn page, and HCL will post it up there as well. Just want to thank everybody for coming. I hope you're excited. I hope you can sort of go, oh, there's some really cool stuff on the horizon here that you can grab hold of. Again, reach out to Gotham and Miguel in regards to getting us to talk to anybody in your department, or even just going a bit deeper. And I think that's it from me. And
I think we're on the dot. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone.
If I keep talking, we'll be over. Okay. Thanks, guys. Really good to have you all attending. Cheers.